Costa Rica, here we come. In August of 2021, my husband Daniel and I flew down to Costa Rica to volunteer with sea turtles, and I'm going to explain how you can make this happen for you. So we found this opportunity on a environmental job board, and the awesome thing is anyone can participate in this. You don't need to have experience, you don't need to have education in this. They just want hard-working individuals. So let's get to it. I will talk about the process later, but I want to talk about the actual process of getting there. So we flew down to San Jose from the United States, and then we hopped on a little jumper plane to Puerto Jimenez, and we were there. And to get to the actual location of COPROT Tortugas de Osa, we had to take a taxi. It's too far to walk, and if you coordinate the days appropriately, you can take something called a Colectivo, but we took a taxi and we arrived, and this is what we came to. It's a beautiful area in the area of Carate in Costa Rica, just on the southern peninsula, and it's so beautiful. It's so remote and peaceful, and there's just not a lot of civilization, so you're really in the jungle, and it's just stunning. And this camp is right on the ocean off of the main dirt road, and it's literally in the jungle. As you can see here, there's animals. Besides ants, they do have other wild animals, like these beautiful macaws. You are literally just surrounded by lush green landscapes, the ocean, and Costa Rican beauty. So they do have a camp set up here, and this is where you'll be staying if you choose to visit here or volunteer here. This is one of the common areas where you can just relax and chill in a hammock. And then they do have like their own farm animals. As you'll see, they have dogs, cats, and goats. But yeah, this is the common area, and then upstairs is a dormitory for the research assistants. And here they have a little, I kind of call it like a craft area, but it's their work area for plastics work. Sometimes they will go and collect garbage on the beach, and there's obviously a lot of plastics, as you can see here, a lot of plastic bottle tops. And they will color coordinate these and ground them up and stuff to make these beautiful pieces to sell in hopes to raise money for the turtles and the nonprofit organization and everything like that. So they go to different markets, or they sell these pieces to people who come and visit and work there. I bought a few of those fishing line bracelets, ankle bracelets, yeah. But you can come from all over the world to visit. When my husband and I were there, there were people from the US, the UK, France, Spain, Chile. It's amazing. So continuing on, this is the kitchen, and there are chickens. Everything's an open air concept, the dirt floor in the kitchen, very primitive living, but that's what's to be expected if you're out in the jungle. But the cool thing is you do have Wi-Fi. Everything is solar powered, so if it's a nice sunny day, you're probably gonna have a lot of Wi-Fi, but if it's not too much. And you can like charge your phone and stuff. And as you just kind of saw back there, that was an example of one of the meals that we eat when you do volunteer here. In the price of your stay, you get included meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's mainly an all vegetarian diet. And then this is my husband and I's little camping setup. We do have a mosquito net there because there can be like a lot of bugs with the humidity, but as you can see, pretty rustic, pretty basic accommodations. It obviously was covered, so if it rained, and we did have beds, they were kind of like foam, spongy type mattresses. And continue to look through the community. They do have westernized like showers and toilets, but again, very basic, just cold water, no electricity. So if you do go in here in the night, you need a headlamp because it's pitch dark. And there are the goats, the mom and baby. Yeah, they're just kind of there. They're so cute. I miss them. But yeah, they just kind of do their thing, and yeah, it's super cute to have the animals, and it's just also kind of like a companion to have them around. And like I had mentioned, COPROT is right on the beach. You do just have to walk a little bit to the beach, but you can hear the waves from camp. And you're all probably wondering, what about the sea turtles? So one of the main things as a volunteer and like as a research assistant and everything, you are trying to help the sea turtles as best you can. So, and pick up trash when you can. So every morning and every night, there are turtle patrols, and you will go out and walk along the beach. There's 2 different beaches, one to the left when you come out and then one to the right. And the big thing that you're doing is you are gathering data. You are looking for turtle tracks, and you are trying to see if those tracks lead to turtle nests, in the hope that those baby turtles will make it to their full birth and go into the ocean and hopefully live until they can come back to this beach and lay eggs of their own if they're a female. The 2 main turtles that will visit this beach are the Pacific green sea turtles and the olive ridley sea turtles. And as you can see soon here, this is an example of a green sea turtle, which are more rare, and especially right here, seeing a mom finishing up her egg laying process in the middle of the day. This was such a miraculous sighting, but what she's doing right there is she's finishing up and covering the eggs. And we're always very careful when we do see the turtles in respecting them in their space, but in order for to help them as best we can and to gather data, we do need to get close to them. And like you saw a little while ago, they were measuring her shell, and she's silly. We tried to move all of our stuff out of her way, but then she like went purposefully, it seemed like, towards the backpack and just like went over the backpack. They're so strong and they can go over so much stuff. But yeah, and then right there they were looking to see where she had laid her eggs, and they are going to document that in their journal and things like that. And here I am just making sure she gets out to sea. But this was such an amazing thing. She was such a beautiful creature, and after they lay, they go back out to sea, and it's quite the process. It can take hours for them to complete their whole egg laying process. It's, again, I'm just going over superficially this process, but the whole process is such a fascinating thing to research. These are amazing, amazing creatures. But as I said, we need to mark where the nest is, because in a few weeks, months, and however long the period is for that specific species eggs to develop, we want to come back there and know where to find the eggs in order to see if they're doing okay, and if they are hatching, to help them get to sea to avoid predators. And with the green sea turtles, because they are more rare, we are covering the nest with logs and making like a shelter for it to prevent it from predators and poachers. And then obviously, when we do need a break, we can get some coconuts water. And flipping quickly to the nighttime, this is when the moms come on to the ocean. Come out of the ocean onto the beach, and they are laying their eggs. There can be so many turtles at once, like coming up onto the beach. Typically when we did night patrol, we were seeing on average probably about like 5 moms laying their eggs. And with the greens, again, to keep track of them and their progress, they do tag them. But it's an amazing thing to watch. And just continuing like a little bit more on what patrols can look like. Obviously, I know a lot of people are always curious and love to see like the baby turtles, which are called hatchlings. So like I had mentioned, the research assistants keep track of the period until which the baby turtles are supposed to hatch. And around that time, they will dig in the nest to see if they've hatched, in order again to help them come out and protect them as they waddle to the ocean. So here we are trying to find some hatchlings, and lo and behold, we found them. They are so cute, and they're also so strong, because if we don't help them, they do come out of their nest by themselves. They can go through all of that sand, and even like you had saw, like breaking like roots and things like that. But the reason we're putting them in the bucket is because we want them to wake up a little bit and get used to the world before, there they go, before we are helping them walk into the ocean. We just want to make sure that they're ready to go, and give them the best opportunity that they can, because the likelihood of sea turtles surviving in the ocean and then coming back to the beach to lay eggs and reach sexual maturity is so small. It is such a small percentage. So we are doing everything that we can to give them the best shot. And it's really important for us not to place them in the water ourselves. We can help them get to the sand, but for their development and then again coming back to the beach to lay, if they're female, it's important that they imprint and walk on the beach themselves. And it's so stellar because they know right where to go. It's not like they're trying to walk back up to like the trees or anything. They walk right to the beach. It's so amazing. And there are times also where we do need to do a little extra help and transplant nests, because the mom might have laid the nest in not the best spot. Like the tide might get it, or possibly it might be easier for poachers or predators to get it. So there are times if we catch it in a certain period of time, we can transplant the eggs again to hopefully result in this. Little hatchlings waddling into the ocean. I think this was my favorite part, seeing little hatchlings. And if you are interested in volunteering, there are different times of the year to go if you want to see moms lay or if you want to see more hatchlings. And obviously it's all about working hard, but also playing hard too. There's so much to do besides just working with the turtles. Again, you're right on the ocean. Typically the ocean is too rough to swim in, but there's rivers around and just like relaxing on the beach. There's so many hammocks to relax in, seeing the beautiful animals, going for walks in the jungle, climbing palm trees. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You're in an amazing part of the world of Costa Rica, and really a part that's not very populated and is pretty untouched. Things that you can even do, you can go horseback riding. There's a farm close by that works really closely with COPROT, and they will let you ride their horses. And even a little ways away, there's some eco lodges where you can engage in yoga and different types of wellness activities. And again, the farm next door, there's a pizza oven, so we did pizza one night. It's all about community and really just like getting to know the people that you're essentially living with, and just having fun, learning about the different cultures and things like that. Typically there's like a schedule for the week, and then there will be different activities to do as groups, and then there will be like some free days here and there. But on one of our free days, we went surfing, and we visited like a really nice resort, and we had lunch at like a poolside bar, and it was just like, it was so much fun doing all these fun things, learning about the culture, meeting people from around the world that Dan and I now call our friends, and we hope that we can visit them in the countries that they live in. But yeah, everything is very outdoorsy, out in the open. Yeah, you're not going to be having things like a lot of electricity, a lot of air conditioning, aka no air conditioning. Yeah, and even like little things like being able to cook what you want. A big thing is you're eating a lot, what is available to you, and things like that. It is fun though, because there are times when you can go into the main town, Puerto Jimenez, and you can buy some maybe of your favorite snacks like Oreos and whatnot. things like that to bring back to camp that you can just have for your own. But a lot of like the different meals that we had were like rice and beans, like plantains, salad, fruits and veggies, just things like that. And as you can kind of see here, the camp is always evolving and they're always working on ways to make it better and more accommodating to people who want to visit. So creating different projects, always working on like recycling, maintaining landscape, any like hardware that needs to be done. Yeah, a big thing is reusing what we're given. So if we find trash, if we find rope, thinking about how are we able like to repurpose this. That's a big part of this whole organization. It's not only about doing the turtle patrols and this, but it's about helping the community. And as you'll see here, this was a huge community event. The veterinarian from Puerto Jimenez came out here to do a very cost-effective clinic to spade and neuter dogs. So like helping the community, educating the community. So this was a wonderful event to be a part of. And there's other educational opportunities that COPROT participates in, English lessons, turtle conservancy, just all these different types of things that really cater to the needs of the people that live around COPROT. So it's just such an amazing opportunity if you're looking to get involved with sea turtles. And I'm going to be going over so much more, but it's amazing. I need to look at it. There she goes. Yeah, I'll miss her. There and that little buddy goes. So cute. But if you can, you gotta try this. Make sure and read all my notes. You won't regret it. It's amazing. Yeah. There, the little buddy goes into the ocean. I hope that they make it and they can come back to this beach. So precious. Yeah. I'm just watching as it goes into the ocean. My favorite part. Bye-bye.